everyone, welcome to Gooner and Scouse. I'm Dash, the Scouse half of this duo, and alongside me is my partner in crime, travel, food, sport and life, Chet, the Gooner.
Hey guys, I'm Chet, the Gooner, and today we've got a real special guest, someone we've admired for a long time, and because of his passion, energy, and the way he's carved his own journey in football, we've asked him today for a special interview with us.
Absolutely. You'll know him from AFTV, one of the most recognised faces in fan culture, the incredibly talented, insanely positive, and always inspiring Cecil Jee Thomas.
Hi, Cecil. Hi.
How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Hi, Dash. Hi, Chet. Hi, Chet.
How are you?
Very well, very well. Busy day. I've been all over the place, but I am home. There's no rest for the wicked.
You're saying you was doing a collection or something in Croydon?
Yeah. White Yardie was doing for Jamaica, just doing like he's got a container going over there, so he's doing
Yeah.
So I went down there. We went to drop some bits off. Ty was there, and Robbie was there. It's good. It's what we need.
But the thing is, there's just quick things. That's all. But what we wanted to do is we want to get inspirational people, right? Because I know bits about your journey, and I was telling her, and she's been reading up and stuff. So what we wanted to do is have fun, but then try and see if one person watches this and goes, "Oh, Cecil's journey is interesting. It's similar to what I'm going through. Maybe I can take something away from there." So we'll just fight. I've gone old school. Yeah, I've written my stuff down. I'm just going to ask you some questions.
That's cool.
And then,
I like to talk, so just be ready. Yeah, I got.
No.
We're in the stories.
Cool. I love your background, by the way. Like your background, apart from the Arsenal top.
Oh yeah, I know you're Liverpool. Yeah, I got. To be fair, I got a David Beckham shirt downstairs. That I know it's a Liverpool, but I just got a sign that just arrived this week. Nice. I need to figure out where to put it because the Arsenal fans will get obviously, of course, will get annoyed if that's in the main shot. If I got David Beckham instead of I got Martin, and I got the team one as well. But I've got to find a place for it. I'm running out of wall space. But yeah, appreciate that. It's not a bad studio here, built side that my partner keeps trying to take down and change. It's fine.
Is she a football fan or not really?
She's not really at all, actually, at the moment. She's not really, which actually is kind of it's not even that bad. Like, obviously, because I speak about football so much, it's a bit of a like, I don't want to come home and confidently talk about football. Like, she understands that she has to support Arsenal. That's about it, really. But she doesn't really stay. She doesn't. She's not like watching week in, week out and understand the football. I think she just checks in on sometimes a watch long to see if Arsenal are winning and that when I come home. But yeah, she's not really into football, which is fine. It's just fine with me. Fine with me.
Yeah, it's good to have a little break because we can't get away from it, right? Because I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I'm thinking, come on, man, Liverpool, please lose.
Yeah.
Because we have to sit separately. So he sits down with his mum to watch the football when Arsenal are playing and Liverpool are playing. And then I'll sit upstairs on my own and like we both can hear little digs from each other. Try and ignore it. But yeah, it's been tough.
I love that. That's class. I like that's good banner. I like that's quite a good banner in the household. That's class, especially Liverpool and Arsenal. Wicked.
You ready for me to ask you some questions?
Of course. Whenever you're ready, we can make this roll.
So we know bits about you and your journey, right? Not everybody will. So from the beginning, I know there's Crawley Town and there was football at Crawley Town, but there's also performing arts.
Yep.
Right? And so there's like almost two worlds colliding.
Correct.
Where did it all begin, man?
I mean, so obviously I'm still in the area that I live now, like in Surrey area. So when I was growing up, I was kind of just a kid that wanted to kind of do everything. Football obviously was a passion of mine, but I was just doing all sports. I think nowadays, I have a company called Talent Transfer we might get into later, just to mentor players because I think young players are now being taken out of. Well, I know they're getting taken out of primary schools to pursue a career in football and don't always make it. So lucky enough, I was in that level at that time. I was doing my primary school days. I got to enjoy other sports, trampolining, gymnastics. I was kind of a kid that was just very active and enjoyed a lot of things, and football was one of them. I then was growing up throughout obviously my life, and my stepbrother Kevin George. I had three stepbrothers: Kevin George, Bobby George, and Marvin George. And one of them, Kevin, was at Charlton at the time when they were in the Premier League, and he was a professional footballer. And I kind of looked to him like, oh, I'd love to do that one day. I'd love to be a professional footballer. I saw the lifestyle he lived. I was like, this is cool, but I didn't know how because there was no access really. Like being in Surrey, you don't get the scouts from London. There's no big like Surrey teams at the time. I never understood how you go from playing, because I was playing Sunday League in my local area. I never understood how I go from playing on a pitch every Sunday with my mum watching to being on TV playing in the Premier League. Yeah. It was quite. It seemed quite far fetched. It seemed quite hard to do. So, if I'm honest, I got into football really late. So, not playing obviously, but actually the professional game. So at 15 years old, I got an opportunity to go on trial at Crystal Palace. But that was through my brother Kevin. He goes, I'm going to take you to a training session, just treat it as a normal football session. I didn't actually know what it was at the time. I thought it was the like foundation, like Arsenal have foundation teams in schools, and Chelsea have foundations, Fulham Foundation and all that. Like, so when we went there, we went to the Crystal Palace National Olympic Stadium. We went there and I trained, and I didn't really think much of it. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Trained there. They asked me to come back next week. Came back. A few weeks passed. John Solarco started coaching us for one of the weeks. I was like, oh, this is cool. I was like, this is wicked. And then it just got a bit serious. They sent a text to my mum or to my family saying, oh, we want Cecil to play in one of our matches against Leeds. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, I don't know how what Leeds Foundation team we're gonna be playing. What the hell? And then I had to meet at the training ground, but we got an address. And then when we pulled up, it was obviously the gated training ground, the first team training ground. And I was like, what is this? And then we went there, and I was just like, I guess I was just a bit overwhelmed by it all. I went in the change rooms, had all the tracksuits, and then we had the big coach with like the players coach with like, the TVs in the back. And we were the under 16s at the time. So we sat at the front, and then the youth team sat at the back, and they used to call us to the back. And, it wasn't bullying, but it was like bantering back in the day. Yeah. I mean, nowadays they try and keep a hold of all that stuff, but it was good. It was character building. It was a good laugh. A lot of senior players there, and went up to Leeds and we played and stuff. And then I started falling in love with like, oh my god, this is the real deal. Like this is it. I'm at Palace. Like, and I thought obviously being young, year 10, I think year 9, year 10, I was going back to school like, I'm gonna be a player for Crystal Palace, and like, you're like, it just kind of runs away with you a little bit. So that was kind of like, okay, this is what I thought was gonna happen. And then the week later, I did a training session, and the coach calls me up, and then my brother's like, you got to go talk to him by yourself and do this by yourself. I was like, okay, didn't know what I was going to say. And they were like, look, we've seen enough of you. Thank you so much for your time. And, but you don't have to come back. You're being released. And that was the first like time I realized like it was heartbroken. It was pain. I cried for a long time. My mum didn't really know how to deal with it either, because obviously it's not her world. So it took a lot for me to kind of pick myself back up. But that was like my first like insight into, oh, that's how you become a professional footballer. And I guess it lit something in me. It was a lot of pain, because obviously you think you're going to be a professional footballer at that stage, even though you're really young. And it's literally the beginning stages. But I saw enough and thought, okay, I can play with this team. I feel like I can do this. So then when I got released, it was heartbreak. But then year 11 came, and I had a similar opportunity. My brother said, oh, look, we're going to go to, no, actually, no. Yeah, no, my brother did. He said, you're going to go to a training session in Crawley, which is near where I lived at the time, in Reigate. So I was like, okay, cool. Went there. And I don't know, I didn't realize, he just said, just go and train. They might not arch you back, but just go and train. So he didn't really have much faith in me at the time either. But I went there, and it was just, I was big. I was more physical than everyone. I was bigger than everyone. And on top of that, the year I got released, my brother kind of took me into London, inner city London. I trained with him through the summer. So I was going to like Catford Pits. I was going with Jamie Johnson training. So I became a much better player from playing in Surrey. And I think in London as well, it's more gritty. It's more like a lot. Listen, I became a better player, definitely. And I was more physically developed than these under 16s at Crawley. So trained once, did really well, but I was like, this is too easy. And then they asked me to come back for one other training session, and I did that again. No, I played a match, for them. And it was just like, I was towering over people. It was very easy for me. So I was like, okay, cool. This is good. And then I went back to school, and then I got the club rang the school and said, can we have Cecil on day release? And I always talk about this. Day release is obviously a thing where a football club will ring a school and ask for permission for a player to go and train for them. Yeah. And that's what they did for me for Crawley Town, did that for me. Trained with the youth team. It was tougher, but I enjoyed it and felt like I could do that. And then I had another 2 sessions basically on day release. This was in the build up to my GCSEs. I'm from Jamaican background, so my mum was cussing me. She said, "Don't think." Yeah, my mum was going mad. She was like, "Don't." She's like, "I know," because I felt like I was the man. I get to leave school to play football, but she was like, "If you don't get good grades, I'm gonna box you. I'm gonna get beat." Obviously nowadays it might be a bit different, but I was very scared of. I said I'm very scared of my mum, but I had to respect that. So one of the training sessions was against the first team, Crawley Town first team, and that was the day that. It's a documentary on YouTube about it. There's a day it kind of changed my life. I went there, trained really well. Claude Davis, Jamaican international centre back. He was my defender. I rolled him, got a penalty. He actually elbowed me in the lip because I spun him. And then, scored the penalty. in front of the first team manager, played a few games, and the rest was kind of history when it came to that. Because as soon as my school year finished, I got good GCSE grades. So my mum was very happy, and she could have bossed me, but she didn't. I was good. So then, yeah, as soon as I finished my grades, I didn't even get to go collect my grades actually, because I was signed to Crawley Town. So I signed a 2-year contract. And then, yeah, signed a 2-year contract, but that's kind of where it went dark. The story kind of picks up for me at this stage here. So I signed to Crawley Town, was promised the world, came in as one of the best players that they've seen in a while. They were saying, you're going to be Crawley's star. We're going to, me and another player called Alex Lang, they're going to build around. And then it just, I was training with the first team for the first like 3 months, playing a lot of reserves games, wasn't even playing with the youth team at 16. And then it just got really dark. Like, the first team managers chopped and changed. Like, we had 5 first team managers, we had 6 chief execs within the 2 years. But like, what was really tough for me was the manager just started being really like awful. He became a bully. He became like a power hungry man that fell out of good terms with a lot of the people above him. So he became quite nasty, and all the frustrations that the people above were giving him because they didn't respect him, he started throwing it out on us. So it used to be awful, throw stuff at us. We got abused like verbally and stuff, and it just killed the dream for me, not just me, my whole team. I think there was one player that's kept playing out of 2 years. So out of about 23 players, only one continued playing after our time at Crawley, because he was that bad. So Crawley became quite a toxic place for me, and I just fell out of love with football. And at that time, when I got released from Crawley at the end of the 2 years, I stopped watching Arsenal. I stopped playing football. I had enough. I was trialing at other clubs, after Crawley. And then for about 6 months, I went to some big clubs, went to Brighton, Dagenham, Redbridge. I was at Nottingham Forest for ages.
Wow.
But then after Nottingham Forest, because I had such a unique experience there. So I went to Nike Academy before Nottingham Forest. Nike Academy referred me to say, listen, you're better than what we got here. You should be playing professional still. So I got an opportunity to go to Nottingham Forest, which was amazing. And I was there for months on trial, telling me that they were going to sign me. And then they said, yeah, we're not going to sign you. But I found out why that was in the end, even though they were like, yeah, I went through like rounds and rounds of trial lists. I was in digs week after week. They were releasing kids, and I was just being kept, saying that they're going to sign me. They'll pay me expenses off the books. And then, they didn't sign me, and I was heartbroken. And then I found out a few years later that they signed Tyler Walker instead of me. Tyler Walker is Des Walker's son, who's obviously a Forest legend. So I was never really going to sign for them. They just had me there, basically just stringing me along. And after that, I just said, look, I'm not mentally tough enough for this. The politics and football is just too much for me. So I hated football, hated the game. And then I wanted to do something completely different. And that's kind of when life changed. I used to go to performing arts weekend school on Sundays to, like, I'll be honest, to meet girls, because I found out all the popular girls went there. So I was there I was there, sweet boy, ex-footballer, trying to just meet the local popular girls at this dance school. And then it kind of turned into the woman who ran the school, called Janine. She still runs it. Really close to my heart. She's actually an angel that's pretty much made my career. She just kept saying to me every week, "Oh, you used to play football. What are you doing now?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to find a football club. And then after about 6 to 7 months, I kept saying it, and she was just like, "Look, you don't know what you're doing. Be honest." And I didn't know what to do. So she referred me to go to a dance convention called Move It, which happens every year in London Excel. The main brand of Italia Conti was there. And I spoke to them. I said to come to a boys' open day. And in between all this, I was doing the whole egotistical, arrogant thing. I was a completely different person I am now. I was quite young and naive, and just dancing wasn't cool either then. Like, it wasn't. It's not the days of people speak about their feelings and masculinity and all that. It was very much like, yo, you're a footballer. You're gonna be the guy to. Are you gonna get into ballet leotards and tights and that, and start doing pirouettes? Obviously, that wasn't a cool thing. But I went to the boys' open day. I did the boys' open day, and secretly the teachers were grading us as I was doing it. I didn't really realize, obviously, I didn't really have much dance training. I didn't really understand it all, but they were grading us every class we did. And then at the end of the day, I had a meeting with the principal, and she was like, "So we want to offer you a 3-year full scholarship." And I went, I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't want to come for 3 years. I want to come for 1 year." And she went, "Are you mad?" She was like, "Do you know what I'm offering you?" She's like, "People would chop off their left arm for this." I was like, "Yeah, but I am 19 and I don't really want to be here for that long." So I was very, like I said, I was very unaware of what was being offered to me. And she said, "Look, go away, go speak to some people and come back to me. I'm not going to say any more than that, but you just tell them what we've offered you and come back to me, speak to your family and that." And I kind of just shooed it off. I was like, yeah, whatever. And because I didn't really understand it also, I went away. I went to like festivals and stuff. And this is an iconic day for me because I went to a festival in the UK. I think it's Isle of Man actually. And then on the way back was the start of Italia Conti. It was the first day of college basically. And I hadn't confirmed that I was going. I had all the papers being sent to my house every day, every week. They were like, is Cecil going to come? Is he coming? This is what he needs to order. Didn't do any of that. So then on the day back from festival, my boys were driving back. And I was like, can you just drop me off at Guildford in the main school? And they were like, what? They're like, I was like, yeah. I said, why not? I was like, they're like, Cecil, you've just been partying for God knows how long this festival, and you're going to turn up to the first day of college with nothing prepped, nothing. I was like, yeah, I'll see how the first day goes. If I like it, I might come back for the next day, but I'll just give it one. I'll see how it is. I probably won't go. I probably won't stay even. And then I went there. Yeah, I wasn't liked a lot by my year because I had that same attitude when I arrived. So that didn't go down too well. And then, yeah, first year was, I'll be real. I've been on the podcast, you're going to get the realness. I, I slept. I was very cheeky. I was enjoying the fruits of my labor in my first year at dance school. And then basically the principal just said, look, if I have another female come to my office about you, I'm going to rip up your scholarship. So after that, I knuckled down and yeah, I just fell in love with that. I literally fell in love because my mum sat me down as well and said, look, if you lose your scholarship, you won't be able to go here. And then what do you have? Because at the stage when I left football, I had a bit of savings from the money I made. But by the time it came to going to dance school, I had nothing. I'd have to get a normal job and whatnot. And I didn't really want to do that. So she was like, look, just take it serious. And then I'll be honest, I just locked in, guys. Like I focused so hard. I fell in love with ballet. I fell in love with contemporary. I fell in love with the art of dancing and retrained my body, did extra hours and became a favorite. And yeah, from there, it just went like this, I guess. I mean, we can get into it, I'm sure. But yeah, I set up my company Talent Transfer in my second year of studying at Italia Conti. And then I started doing jobs in my third year. End of second year into my third year. And from there, we kind of just grew and flew. So yeah.
What kind of jobs would there have been though? Like so adverts or acting or stage?
Correct. Yeah, correct. So I got the title of like commercial kid at Italia Conti. So I was booking a load of adverts. So on my people can, I mean, if you dig and look, I did like my first ever advert was in my second year. The first job I did McLaren adverts. I got taken to Woking to the head offices, and I was in the McLaren advert. I was the lead in it, and that was just like, oh my god. And then from there, I did like Vanarama advert, Philips advert, PC World and Curry's. I did Shaw, Sky Sports, loads and loads. There's ones I'm gonna forget, I'm sure. But I became a commercial kid, and then. Yeah, I started doing body doubling, which was what made me fall back in love with football. So I got a call or a text from Andy Answer, who's the chairman of SE Dons. He's also ex-professional Crystal Palace, a really good friend of Ian Wright. He has a company called SOS, which is Sports on Screen. So he does all the Nike adverts, Adidas and all that. So he messaged me saying, oh, would you like to be Marcus Rashford's body double? So what I would have done a casting before this happened. I would have went to a school hall and we did some dribbling around cones. I remember doing it, shooting and then doing a celebration. They take your sizes and your weights and that's it. And you go home. So he sent me that text and I was like, yeah, I want to be Marcus Rashford's body double. What the hell is that? I didn't know what that was. I thought, I'm going to put a hoodie on, glasses, pretend I was Marcus Rashford, like signing autographs and stuff. I didn't have a clue what it was at this stage. So I accepted it and then got taken to Manchester. And that's when I first met Rashford, which was literally the week after. I think it was actually when he just broke through. He just scored against us. He just signed a new deal. He went to like, I think it was 60 or 80 grand a week. And he bought his mum a house and it was all over the press. Like they were kind of shitting on like this arrogant young black player. They didn't say black, but they're saying young player buys his mum a fancy hat. Like they were really crapping on him. And that was the week I met him. And he was really shy. He must have been about, I'm 2 years older than him. He must have been about 17. I think I was 19 or I was 20 and he was just coming through. And then, it was one of the best things I ever got to do. Like I was on set with Wayne Rooney, Paul Pogba, Rashford, and like we did an advert.
Amazing.
It was amazing to me. It was just like, I got to live both my dreams. I was playing with like the top players of the country, but also like on camera. And I was just like, oh my God, I want this forever. Like this is the dream. Like I didn't really know how to go about it. I was like, this is everything I wanted. So I remember trying to have a meeting with Andy Answer saying like, how can I work for you? Like I'll do whatever you want. And him kind of being like, we're not really looking for anyone, sorry. But he was like, I'll mentor you. And in the end, he didn't really, but he's always been by my side. He just was like, look, I'm here if you need any advice. But after that, I was like, this is what I want to do. And then every now and then you'll get a sporadic job. So I did Marcus Rashford quite a lot, became friends with his family. I'm still friends with him now. Dwayne's is obviously his brother, Dwayne Maynard, very close with him. But I've done many years of that. From that age, I'm like 10 years into now, Body Doubling Rashford. I did all his adverts, Hope United, Burberry, Nike, Levi's shoe. I done so many. So the Meta ones, when the Meta first came about, the VR goggles, mad time. So those are the kind of jobs I was doing. And then I graduated from Italia Conti, and they expected me to be a dancer, just a dancer, because they're like, you're so good at dance, you're just going to go into the Thriller, into the West End. But I have a thing where I don't really like to be boxed in. Like, I don't really like people telling me you're just going to do this or you're just going to do that. And that was something they didn't really push, but they just said, you got so much ability in dance that's what you should do. And then when I had meetings with agencies who wanted to sign me, they were like, yeah, Thriller's looking now for dancers. You'd walk straight into it. But I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be flipping for every day for doing backflips and stuff every day for low wages.
You got a friend in Thriller.
Yeah. Oh, you got a friend in Thriller?
Yeah, one of my he's become a big dancer. I don't know if you've heard of him, Austin Farrell.
Yeah, of course I know Austin. Yeah, he come and taught us. Austin, my partner loves him. Yeah, he's friends with
his dad.
Yeah, his dad was my so his big brother is my best friend, and we went to school together, and his dad was my personal trainer, and this guy's a scary guy, like really scary guy. And
Austin, isn't he? Austin's dad a Liverpool fan as well?
Yeah.
Am I going mad?
Oh, he was Derby County coach. He used to be a coach for Derby County.
Yeah, because he used to come into me and Austin, we know each other, we're quite close.
That's what's
Mark
used to go to school with my sister. So like them two are like really close friends, and obviously for our wedding, Austin gave us tickets to go see Thriller. So we actually went to see it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. It was just when you said...
Oh, no. That's incredible. By the way, and people that watch and listen, Austin Farrell, by the way, he's top, like right now, social media. He is the guy. He's reenactments. I was literally watching his reenactment of the X Factor audition literally last night, and I was really laughing. He's brilliant. So big up Austin. Mark Webb was my teacher at Italia Conti. Him and Austin were like this. They were so close. So and they probably still are, actually, if I'm honest. But Austin was someone who I was looking to when I was in the dance world, like him, Claude Demar danced with Little Mix and all that. He's also a friend of mine as well. I was very much like, okay, I'm good at dance. I got a lot of anxiety from going to class and stuff, like bass and stuff. So I never used to go to class, but I used to book loads of big jobs. I made it to the finals of the Spice Girls tour. I was doing a lot of good things coming out of college, basically. And then I'm trying to just do the storyline perfectly. So left college, graduated, kept doing commercial jobs, did Panto in Hull, which was an interesting, unique experience, but it was huge. So that was a massive job. I was supposed to be Muhammad Ali in like a dance reenactment as the lead. Got some really good things coming through. And then COVID hit. But whilst COVID hit, I was auditioning for The Greatest Days, which is a film. It's on Amazon. It was supposed to be a feature film in the cinemas. It was around Take That. So I was auditioning for that. And I got to the final, there was 7 of us. I had to pick 5 boys. There was 7 of us. I got to meet the producers. We did a Zoom call with people in America. We got guaranteed that even if you don't make it into the boy band, you're going to be part of the film anyway, because you're technical, you're a good dancer and whatnot. And one day I went on Instagram and I saw a caption saying "Relight My Fire" and them all standing outside the studio. And I just broke down. I was fuming. I was like, rang my agent. I was like, I've just seen that they've selected the people. We haven't been told anything. She's like, no. It must be a mistake. They haven't told anyone. Don't worry. And then a few minutes later, that post got taken down. And I was like, that's who it's going to be. And I never got told if I got the gig or not. Never did anything on the film. The film came out. But that same day, the reason why I'm talking about that is because the same day I saw that Instagram post, I was in the gym, upset, left my part. I was fuming. Bit emotional, was in the gym, and Robbie rang me and said, look, we want to offer you the job at AFTV. And that's kind of where it all changed. And people might think that was out of the blue, but what happened was the build up to that was he put a LinkedIn post out saying he's looking for 2 presenters, 1 female, 1 male. 947 people commented on it. I've still got the screenshot. Over 2,000 people liked the post, and I applied for it through LinkedIn. You have to send a video, but I sent the documentary that they filmed, because AFTV production team filmed my documentary around me at Crawley. And then I had a few meetings with Robbie. I had 2 in total. And after that second one, he rang me when I was in the gym and said, look, we want to offer you the role as a presenter. But I didn't know at the time, it was me and James. I didn't know at the time what that entailed. And obviously COVID had just hit as well. So my industry shut down. So performing arts, you couldn't go theatres. You couldn't do anything. So that all happened, and I was like, okay, this has come at a good time because I am starting to find my love and passion back for football. I've always supported Arsenal. It's something different, and it'll be a test. And I took it. I was really bad at the beginning, really bad. I'll be honest. I've looked back a lot of those videos. I had to learn a lot and train a lot, but it was amazing. Did the journey. I'm now 5 years into AFTV, and there's plenty more to the story. But that's kind of where it all began. And one thing before we move on was my dream was to, out of performing, my dream was to be in a film. Because when I was meeting with agencies after I left Conti, they were like I said, they want me to be a dancer. And I was like, yeah, but I want to do acting actually. I've done modeling, I want to do acting now. And they were like, how can you be an actor? You've done a 3-year performing arts course. You can't say you want to be an actor. That doesn't make any sense. No one's going to take you serious. So then I made those little things like set a fire in me. That and what my manager said to me when I was a footballer, just quickly, when I was at Crawley Town, he said, you'll never amount to anything bigger than being in this changing room. At 17 years old, he told me that. Yeah. And I said, all right, cool. That hurt me a lot, but I said, all right, cool. And then I spent most of my life trying to prove him wrong. I'm at a stage now where I can let that rest. But yeah, so then when the agency said, like, you can't just be an actor when you haven't studied in it and whatnot, no one will take you serious. I then obviously, whilst at AFTV, my first kind of month there, I got the job to be in The Little Mermaid and done Disney Little Mermaid live action film and got my credit, and it helped pay for my house, which I'm sitting in now. So big up Little Mermaid.
It's incredible, man. Incredible.
So that's kind of it. And up to modern day now, obviously AFTV, obviously there's many other things in the presenting world now that I do, but that's kind of the backstory of how we got into performing.
And I guess, like, you know what, like maybe you do think about this and you have thought about it, but like, you know, you're representing, like, not only just on the AFTV, obviously, you know, you're Black, you're, you know, showcasing that. There were, at the time when AFTV started, there wasn't much representation on TV, you know, even in the sport as well. Like, it's been difficult for, you know, people of color to be in the sports and stuff as well. But for you to be in, like, doing the dancing and stuff as well, that must be massive, because, you know, there must be, like, especially, like, we know in our communities as well, like, you know, you get the people saying, oh my God, are you a dancer? Like, what are you doing, sort of thing. But like the fact that you've done it and you've done so well from it, like, you must be so proud of that, and your family must just like, just think the sun shines out of you, man.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm really bad at, like, I'm really bad at reflecting and sitting and taking things in. But I think at the time, like you said there, like when I said I was going to be a dancer, I got absolutely laughed at. I got ridiculed, actually. The first team players, like, printed photos of me around the change room. I got called Batty Man, Chichi. I got called a lot of names under the sun that were kind of like, they were insults, but like, I don't know. I just thought I'm going to do something different. I enjoyed it. And it ended up being like a cheat code to women at the end of the day. But then also I fell in love with them performing and fell in love with, like, just pushing my body to the limit. And yeah, I think I'm proud of the fact that I made a promise with myself at 19. So this is my biggest thing that I kind of, bit of advice that I really try and push on to people is, like, I made a promise to myself at 19 when I left football and said, look, football wasn't making me happy. I said, whatever we do going forward, regardless of money or whatever it is, we're just going to do what makes you happy, Cecil. That is it. I don't care what it is. We just got to be happy doing it, because what's the point otherwise? And then at that same stage, what everyone tells you is never give up. Never give up. Don't ever give up. Like, that is what you get pushed down your throat. And I made a decision at 19 and said, I want to give up trying to be a professional footballer, because if I continue trying to chase this dream, I'll be like, have friends that are 29. I'm now 30, but 29, same year group as me when I was playing football, still trying to be professional footballers. They've lost so much of their lives trying to do it, or playing non-league and still thinking they can make it. I made a decision. I said, we're done here. 19, we're going to stop, and then we're going to try something different. And that then opened up more doors than I can ever believe. I've been to the best and biggest stadiums in the world through doing what I do now. I never would have, in my opinion, I never would have reached it if I was playing football. I knew what my level was. Nottingham Forest, when they were in the championship, that under 23s team I was in, I trained with the first team a lot. That was my level. So yeah, I'm glad I made that decision. And ever since, I've been doing everything that makes me happy. We've done all right. So yeah, that's all right, man. I'm proud of. Yeah, we've done all right.
Yeah,
we've done all right.
Obviously, you know, combining the two things that you love the most, you've got football and you've got your performing arts as well, and you've managed to do something that many people find difficult to do, like, you know, combining the two of them and making something out of it. What do you think you pulled out of both of those? Like, you know, I can think of one thing, like discipline from dancing involves a lot of discipline and self-control. What else have you, like, used from both areas that have helped get to you?
I think football gives you, like, through the academy days and being a scholarship kid and going through the pro game at times, like, you have, like you said, discipline life, you have professionalism as well. You have to speak to people correctly, you have to speak to staff correctly, you have to know how to take criticism when you're dropped and stuff for no reason. Sometimes you don't get explanations, but you have to understand this is part of the game, that they're trying to mentally build you up. I think they're very key skills when it comes to football. Actually, the main one as well is, like, I went into wanting to be a professional footballer. Like many kids, that is their dream, to be a professional footballers, right? So I got to a stage where I actually got to live my dream. I actually got offered a non-contract, which is a professional contract, but you don't get paid. At the end of the Crawley Town days, I went back there and they offered me a non-contract. I turned it down in the end, but that proved to me that I can be a professional footballer if I wanted to. I pretty much lived it anyway in the scholarship years that I was there, but that was my dream. And what that taught me was, wow, in my opinion, it's one of the hardest things to do. There's so many, I mean, the percentages is 0.012% make it.
Ridiculous.
Like, yeah, it's like 150 kids make it professional from scholarship level to youth level to the Premier League out of 1.8 million. So, like, when I've sat in a room and I've found the ability to outperform against all these kids, including all the kids that are coming abroad on trial and the kids I'm playing against in the academies and whatnot, when I went to dance, I went, oh, this is really different. This is really new. I am now battling against kids that have been doing ballet, baby ballet, from when they've come out of the womb. And I'm literally going into dance because it's something I enjoy and I have to somehow beat them. Can I do it? Well, I've just been a professional footballer and had to face against all the odds and do that. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And then, yeah, that happened. So that's the best thing I probably took from football, was when I put my mind something, I think anyone can do it. Anything's possible, but I think when you really, really can lock in, and I could pull from being able to be the best player in the room, then I thought, you know what, I went to dances, I can be the best performer in this room. And I became that. I became a favorite at Italia Conti. There's obviously videos online of me performing it. I went to Move It to meet the main band of Italia Conti to do the open day. There's performances on YouTube of me being the lead at Move It in the Italia Conti in second year and third year. So it proved to me that, yeah, whatever room I step into, we focus, we can do it. I've actually had many experiences. If there's a recent one, I'll be really quick. Appreciate that. The Black British Business Awards, I hosted it for the first time ever, alongside Brenda, who's she's an OBE, she's on BBC, she's incredible. But, like, the whole build up to that day, I was awful. I couldn't speak, I couldn't say people's names right, I couldn't say, like, proprietary, I couldn't say, like, loads of, like, simple, that was not a simple word, but, like, things like business and STEM students, and I just couldn't speak. I was so in my own head, and I was just like, why is this happening? And I could even see the organizers of the whole award show.
Why are we hiding?
We might have made a mistake here, letting Cecil know this is the first time it's called a lot of praise. The pressure might be too much for him. And then yeah, I just locked in. I went away, got changed, and sat in the room and just went through everything. And then the award show happened and absolutely flew. And just I was happy with myself there, because I knew I could do it. I don't know what was going on. I was just in my head a lot that day, and then I really, really smashed that award show. Like, there's I mean, it's all over, it's online. The comments from people have been phenomenal. They said, you know, it's amazing how my energy and everything. They even sent me, like, a massive gift package, because they were like, you've done so well for your first time hosting that. So I just think, yeah, I think, like, if you can pull on the experiences that you had before, I think anything is possible. And you really have to work, and hard work I'm not afraid of. I love to work hard. I don't stop, as you guys are aware. Trying to get this call in has been very busy. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing that I took, is, like, you can sit in a room, and to be the best, yeah, it's definitely difficult. But if you've done it before, you can pull on an experience, and you can replicate that through anything. Like, again, like
mentality,
I said,
though, isn't it? It's mentality, man. Because
yeah,
football, and then the performing arts, that world, well, like, say, going into acting or dancing, whatever, it still can be brutal. Both are quite the same, in the sense that, like, you talk about that film, and all of a sudden you're thinking you're there, and you're not even getting a phone call, just like the manager's just dropped you, right? So there's a lot of, like, it coincides. It's quite similar in a lot of ways, right? So you've gone from something that was really brutal to something else that can be brutal, and succeeded in both. So mindset is key, right?
100%. Mindset is everything, really. Like, I probably failed. I failed in football, if I'm being honest. Like, as much as I got to what I thought was the right place, I never got that my dream was to play for Arsenal and play for my country. That didn't happen. So doesn't mean it's not, doesn't mean it's a, that doesn't mean it's a failure, but I didn't actually get where I reckon if I really locked in and stayed and basically what Eze did, went around to different clubs and kept getting released and kept chasing it, maybe I would have made it into a level, which I think championship level, I probably would have made it there. But in my opinion, I failed in football. However, that's because of my mindset, in my opinion. There was times I was getting treated badly by my manager. I didn't have a strong mental capacity, if I'm honest, to really deal with it. And then when I was being released and managers were shouting at me, didn't really have a strong mindset to really get through all that. So then I left football, and then my mindset got a lot stronger and I got a lot better, and I knew how to deal with situations better. And I had a different outlook on a lot of things, and it put me in the best positions to have a successful career going forward. So yeah, definitely mindset is everything, if I'm honest.
That's good, man.
And I mean, like you're now representing Arsenal and your country on a different level. Like it's not maybe not on the field, but you're doing it off the field, and you can't wish for anything better than that.
Yeah, because like that kind of leads me nicely onto what I was going to say, was like being part of AFTV's rise. What's it like to be part of something so influential? Because like I said, AFTV's got 1.8 million subscribers. You've been around the world. Is it like Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria?
Everywhere,
And we're waiting for you to go to India, man.
No, it's been in the pipelines for 3 years. I have the Connect who brings it's PL India, so the Premier League India. I have a guy that brings over all the clubs. It's been in the works for so long. We're supposed to go to Mumbai, New Delhi. We're supposed to go to 3 locations.
Yeah.
It was last year, but then it was like monsoon season, so then we missed it. And then it's been in the works for a while, and I don't know why it's just not got over the line, but it's coming. Everyone says that. And like, so for instance, when I got Ranveer Singh on AFTV, like that was, Robbie will take the credit, but he won't take the credit actually. He will say Cecil did it, but he interviewed him, so it looks like he did it. But I arranged all that. Like, and that made things even more bigger than what it is. And I saw, like, we had a lot of Indian people come up to us and say, listen, we saw that, we have to come over. So we're aware. It's just, I don't know why it's just been so. It's the same with Jamaica. Like Jamaica, we've been supposed to go. We're all Jamaican and we haven't been there, and everyone keeps having to go. So we keep going to Africa, but it is happening. We're trying to make it happen. It's funny. We're supposed to go to Jamaica this week. Robbie was supposed to be in Jamaica this week because of the hurricane. Obviously, he's not there. So like, even that's now prolonged and postponed. So don't worry, it's definitely in the pipelines. But the question obviously is, the rise of obviously AFTV and being part of it has been, I don't know, it's been something that it's hard to really put into words, because obviously the times of the troops, the Claudes and all that were when it kind of obviously exploded and whatnot, and it was massive and everyone was watching it. And obviously I was a big fan of AFTV at that time as well. There was a few things I didn't like of the channel, which have actually changed since I've been there. But so I understand, there's some fans that are a bit frustrated of it, but some don't make sense anymore because it's a completely different channel now. But I get it at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it at the time because I didn't enjoy things on AFTV, but a lot of the things I didn't like had changed and moved on. And since me and James, I know James is not there anymore, but since me and James joined, like, we made a conscious effort to really just build back the channel in a different way, in the way that the world is now, which is very brand friendly and professional and how I think it should be. And there's a lot more competition.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go on.
No, all it was the thing is what AFTV were doing at the time as well. Was no different to the radio shows that were happening at the time. Again, mainstream media, right? When a certain Mr. Jordan had Robbie on the show, and he's trying to make him out like, even Ray Parlour, man, that time. That's when I was a bit disappointed in on the Romford Pele, man, because coming out with stuff like that, thinking you working in the mainstream media and you guys are encouraging people to call up to vent, and some of the calls people have had over the phone on talk phone-ins. It's just as bad as what was happening, because people are coming out of the game, they're frustrated, right?
Correct.
Because they made a mockery of us, and I think it was nice to have a dig at Arsenal and AFTV, it was all like together, but people were venting you're a Liverpool fan, it happens with you guys everywhere, but it's just AFTV was getting the brunt of it.
Agreed. Exactly that. I just think we were just harshly criticised for things that he said everyone else was kind of doing, but it was just because Robbie's a disruptor and it was something different, and he was successful, and people sometimes don't like that. So that was the thing. And then when as I joined, like I said at the beginning, I was really bad, just because I didn't really, I don't know. I did a presenting course just before I started. I thought, I have to be like a presenter, but Robbie didn't want that. Robbie wants you just to be yourself. That's not what YouTube is. It's very much come on camera and be you. Don't try and be this presenter and whatnot. But then I made a conscious decision that I will be like, well, Robbie is the middleman. I'm going to be a presenter in this space. But I will also be my authentic self. And that's what I became. And that's what I did. And yeah, it was tough at times because obviously Troops was moving to America and was with Barstool. And I think people thought I was his replacement, but that was never the plan. But because he left at the same time, it just looked like, oh, who's this wannabe Troops or knockoff Troops or whatnot. But I was like, that was never my part to play on AFTV. And it took a lot of time to get used to, like, you know, you both said, Dasha, what you said as well about like your voice and your representing. We never say we represent us fans because we don't want to have that. Because for every fan, you don't represent us. That's fine. We never say we do, but obviously it's a massive platform. But there is a pressure to what you say because it's such a big platform. I didn't really understand that until you start saying some stuff, and then people are like, "Oh, you said this, you said this." So that I went through actually a bit of a mental stage where it was quite tough for me, just to like. You're being stopped for certain things. Some people don't like you because of the channel you're on, even though you may not have done anything. So like there was a lot of adjusting that I had to deal with. But after a few years, I'm now at a place where, yeah, like AFTV, in my opinion, is done amazing things. I mean, I've seen the world through AFTV. I've been able to not just donate what we just did, like literally this week, raise 20 grand for Jamaica and the hurricane, but do the Turkey and Syria. We did a Turkey and Syria stream which made £30,000. We've gone across the country and gone to Africa. I've gone to children's homes. I've gone to old people's homes and helped people. We've done donations. We've provided money. We've provided a voice for people. I mean, there's an endless list of things that I'm so grateful of AFTV that they've done and I've been a part of. And even the fact that, like, I mean, my goal was to bring the fans closer to the club and also players to the club. I've been able to, I don't know, like, speak to Edu, like, message him regularly, speak. I've got David Dean's number in my phone, like be able to speak to him, bring him on the channel, tell stories of what it was like when he was there.
Dinner with the Cronkies.
Yeah, the Cronkies, meeting the Cronkies at the restaurant, meeting Mikel Arteta, being able to bridge the gap between fan and player. And listen, it's not fan and player and club, and it's not just me. Of course, Arteta, since he's come in, has also done that as well. That was kind of his main thing as well, was to rebuild the relationship between the fans. But like, it came at the perfect time when I was joining AFTV, and that was kind of my main thing as well, because I was a professional footballer. And when I was a footballer, if I'm honest, we in the change rooms didn't, not that we didn't respect fans, but like just we didn't understand. I think footballers also had a warped perception of what, you know, the dedication that they have, like, for their clubs. Like, I think they just feel like, you know, they may have an opinion on you, but damn right they should. Like, they pay their hard-earned money, they follow you around the world. Like, there's a lot of dedication that goes into following the club you love. So like, I just felt like that had to be really shown. And now I'm very close with players. I speak to players regularly, and they understand a lot of things. And nowadays, anyway, like, you can get closer to players, because as much as Arsenal like to protect them, like the way that Arsenal are, they have so much influencers that are becoming big, and players watch them. Like, there's so many players that watch content, not just AFC, but across the board. Like, it's incredible. So it's really been a really nice journey, a really good journey, and just like, I've kind of achieved everything I really want. Like, I've had Wenger on. I interviewed Arsene Wenger. Like, there's been so many things that I forget about, because we do so much AFTV, and Robbie's very much like next thing.
Yeah, of course.
You forget about all the things that you've kind of done in the journey that I've been part of. But it's incredible. It's amazing. I travel the world, and people stop me for the channel, and it's something I'm hugely proud of and very humbled by. So yeah, it's been good. And there's more to come. There's more to come. We got big plans. So all we need, but one thing we do need is Arsenal to win that Premier League trophy. So then once that's done, I can just be like, listen, that is it. I got that and Thierry Henry. One interview from Thierry Henry on AFTV, and us win a major done. When I'm there. I'm done. I'll hang up my boots and say, you know what, love you all. That's be done. So yeah, but yeah, it's been good so far.
You must have been young when we did the when we won the when we Invincible. Yeah. You must have been.
Yeah, I was 9. I was 9 in my funny enough, at my brother's house watching it. My stepbrothers who were into football, and just I remember them all celebrating him, my family, and I was just like, wow, like, again,
I went to that parade, man. That parade was amazing. 2 years before, when we did the double, I was on crutches. I used to try and play football as well, so I got no knees left, man.
And that's gonna be me soon.
And I went on my crutches to the parade, and it's like, it's been 22 years or whatever it is since we won the league, and never did I think that I was 24 when we won the league, and I'm now 45. And it's been that long. She's a Liverpool fan, and she didn't see them win the league for 30
years.
Yeah. I went to the parade this year, and when we Champions League parade, and it was incredible. Like, I can't believe we have parades like that. So I do hope, there is a part of me that wants you guys to win something, just not everything. Like, you know,
one, man. We want one of the two, man.
So like, I guess like it'd be nice to know, like, you know, how do you maintain your positivity? Like, you know, especially with all the criticisms and stuff that you get, and it's not a nice world out there with like social media and stuff. Like, how do you deal with it?
I get asked this question, so I never know how to answer. Do you know, I always kind of do say is like, I don't know. I have a saying called soul smiling. Like, I like to let my soul be really happy. Yeah, soul smiling. I just feel like it's like the deepest sign of happiness, and it's something just like inside you. Even if you're not smiling, like your soul should be happy. I just feel like it's a really powerful saying that I kind of stick to. But my thing is like you just said there, it's a dark world. There's so much bad things going on, and do you know what? Everyone is fighting a battle. Everyone is. So I kind of just think if you can be a smiley face or positive face like that, it transmits so well. So like, even if I go through dark days, but I don't think you'll ever see it on me, because I try and think positively about everything, because again, that's not just me that it affects my household. Like, my partner always sees me happy, and it keeps a happy home. And like my family, I try and stay happy around them even when we go through tough times. And I've seen how it affects people. I see how being happy and positive can really, you know, help and affect people's lives. So it makes sense for me to do that when I'm on streams, when I'm out in the public. And I don't know, and no matter how hard things get, I just think putting a smile on your face and trying to think of a positive way to come out of it is the best thing to do. And like, life is a gift. That's why we say it. Like, it's the same to say, you know, like, we live in the present, and that's what that means. It's true. Like, as much as I've had incredible moments, like, I wake up every day. It's that is a blessing right now. So I think that's my main important thing, is just stay happy. And I didn't even realize, and positive, I didn't even realize that, like, because I've been like this for majority of my life. So coming onto AFTV and then becoming kind of a popular face, I've realized, like, if I was negative, or if I said bad things, I don't even know, if you have a different sort of persona online, that is also your persona kind of in real life as well. So like, I can't really deal with being uneasy about certain things. So if I was really negative and people like pulling me up and question, I wouldn't like that. So I'm kind of, when people say, why are you so positive? I was like, wouldn't want to really be negative, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we can always be real about certain things when things aren't going well. We can talk about it, but I'd never be like abusive or anything, because I wouldn't want to be pulled up in public. And also, like, I meet some of these players, I'm friends with some of these players, I've been a player. So I just feel like that is the way to be. Maybe sometimes it can be a bit mad to people, because they're like, I don't know how you're always so happy and positive. But I think that's just, I don't see it as a choice. That's just how I am, I guess.
It's good. You should keep it that way, man. Because sometimes I read the comments when I watch stuff, AFTV and whatever, and sometimes I think to myself, how has somebody written that about somebody? Oh no, like, seriously, come on, like, I just don't get it. But so you guys having, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of views every week, I mean, you can't help but look at a comment and think,
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. Like, I had to remember, like I said, I went through a dark mental stage at the channel. It was near the beginning. Wow. And I spoke to Robbie about it, and I was just like, I had to take time off. Like, it was just, do you know what it is? I didn't understand that. What you just said there, like, people take time out of their day to really negatively criticize you and sometimes be really personal about, and they don't know you. They just say some really important things. So, and it in my brain, it just doesn't compute. Like, I'm just like, I try and see the best in everyone all the time. And I've never written a bad comment. So I'm just like, I always see the best in people. And I'm like, how do you do this? But again, like, I had to learn that, and I realized, like, this is what you signed up for. Like, you're on a controversial. Well, it's not really controversial anymore, but some would say, you know, back in the days, controversial channel, and because of the history, people won't like you, and just people just won't like you in general. Like, you can't please everyone. I always feel like, I wanted everyone to love me. I remember when I first started, I was like, I just want everyone to love me. But I was like, my mum was like, you're so naive. That will never happen. Like, so I've now learned that, like, if I'm honest, comments don't really bother me. I don't really look at comments anyway, but like, and if people have an opinion, that's fine. But I don't really, I live the way I live my life now. Like, if you have a problem, it's really not on me. It really isn't.
You could have 10 nice comments, and then at 11th one, which is like having a pop at you, think, damn, man, you focus on that one instead of thinking there's 10 other people that you've made their day or whatever, you brought a smile to their face, you know. Exactly. So it's, but I guess that comes with experience, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it does. It really does. It's something that I didn't realize, because I just thought when I was young and I was looking at superstars and stuff, I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to be this, live that life. But I'm very happy where I am. I don't want any more popularity. I'm just like, I get it. But yeah, it is. You just have to. You have to get used to it. It's something that you might think you'll be fine at. Like I thought I would be. I mentor footballers. Like every week I go to professional football clubs and mentor players. So like I was like, I'm more than mentally strong enough to be able to deal with bad comments because I help other people. But yeah. It was a lesson I had to really actually sit down, work at, and now I'm in a really, really good place, guys. So yeah, it's good.
That's good, man. That's good. And the thing is, when we approached you as well, like it was just to say hello. But
yeah,
I have this thing, right? Like I've met a few famous people over the years. It just generally, you know, and some, you know, they say don't meet your heroes or whatever it might be, because sometimes you get the reaction that. And as I've gotten older, I was like, you know what, I'm not really that bothered about meeting people. So your reaction and the way you were, I was like, yeah, man, this guy's quality. Like he was exactly, you were like how we see you on screen. So man, just keep doing what you're doing, man, because I'm sure there'll be other people that would come up and say hello, and it makes people's day, man.
Yeah, you got to give people time. I've been, we're just listen, I'm just an arsehole. I still think it's bonkers that people come up to me and, you know, they'll talk to me and ask for photos and stuff. But like, I've been on the other side where I've seen the people that I watch on YouTube or whatever on TV, and they've not really given me the time of day. I'll be like, oh my God. And they're like, okay, cool. Thanks. Bye. Or they'll be like, can I get a photo? They're like, yeah, cool. Boom. And then they're like, okay, thanks. Bye. Like, I would never want to be that. I just said again, like I said to myself, I want to do things that make me happy. Same thing. If people come up to me, I only feel like it's right to give them the time of day. Like it's mad to me that you want to come and speak to me or ask for a photo. Like I'm just someone on a YouTube platform. So I think it's very key to do that. It's very important, and it's the right way to be. I think nowadays as well. Sorry to go on a tangent, but like there's no like nowadays role models are really rare to come by. Like it's like back in the day, like Thierry Henry was a role model, like someone I looked up to and was like the way he lives his life, his standards, his morals, and that. Like back in the day, there was so many to pick from. Now it's like, yeah, there's an influencer here, there's an influence there, but there's always in controversy. There's always this, there's always problems with it. Like, so like, not to say that I want to be a role model, but I want to live the way that people can say, oh, so when I met this really nice guy, and you know what, let me see what he's doing. And okay, he has good morals and stands the right things. So I think that's important. So yeah, that's why I think when people come up to me, you have to do it right. Because that's their first impression of you, no matter how many people you've spoken to that day.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you're like, I think, you know what, as your parents have raised you right, like, you know, the fact that you've even spoken to us who we're nobodies, like, you know, you gave us the time of day, you're giving us your time on a Sunday evening as well. Like, I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Because she rang me at work, she goes, guess what? I said, what? She goes, I contacted Cecil and he's going to do an interview with I've never interviewed anyone in my life, man. All of a sudden, I'm like trying to be like Parkinson and stuff, man.
No, it's good. You lot are just smashing it. It's fine. You lot are good, man. I want you lot to come to the studio as well. We'll sort that out. As well. Right. I've just got a few things coming up this next couple of weeks that are quite a bit mad. But after that clears and passes, then we'll definitely
no problem, man. No, not anything. Like I said, you know, just appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, and I know like you need to go as well soon, so we won't take too much more of your time. But like, I guess quickly, like, you know, what's next for you? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Like, you know, what's your ambitions? Like, what is it you want to, what's your dream?
Not that we're going to like try to encourage the Don to get rid of you or anything like that.
No, yeah.
He's watching, if he watches this, he's like, hey, what's he up to?
Yeah, I know. He does watch a lot of content still. Yeah. Truthfully, I have no answer to that question. I never do. It's really tough because I've never had a plan. I had a dream when I was young to be a professional footballer. I got there and hated every day. So I said, that's how that whole do what makes you happy came about, because I was like, we can't put ourselves in, have one dream, because it's just like, you don't know what it's going to be like and you may not be happy when you get there. So my thing is I just take everything as it comes. I would love to be doing in 5 years what I'm doing right now, and still be living quite comfortably because I'm happy. I'm very happy. And people always say, oh, but you got to work hard if you're content and whatnot. But I'm like, we're good over here. Like, as long as I can look after my family where I can, and people around me are healthy and happy, I'm good. Like, there's no goal or dream, because people, when I first started AFTV, was like, you're destined for Sky. You're going to be on Sky Sports. Sky Sports going to.
I was going to ask you this.
Yeah, and like I had an opportunity where Sky were kind of putting up a contract, and I was just like, but the contract's like, you can't do anything, you can't work for anyone else, you can't do any other stuff. And I'm like, unless it's life changing money, I'm not going to do that, because I don't like to be put in a box anyway. I'm at AFTV, and listen, I have a big amount of loyalty to Robbie because that's just how I am as a person. But like another thing is Robbie allows, because of the trust and loyalty I have with him, he allows me to do, as you can see, I've been across everything. Sidemen charity matches, I do Baller League, I do a CONCACAF, I'm everywhere. So, and he allows me to do that because he knows, you know what, you're gonna put me first when I need it, when I need to be, and I know you don't want to be put in a box. So if you try to just make me do AFTV, I probably would leave because I'm
of course.
So for me, the 5-year plan, there isn't really one there. Listen, there's a few. I don't know. It's not even my manager. Say that again. Strictly.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a goal. That's a goal. Not just it's a tickler. It's funny you say that because I was just gonna say my manager keeps saying like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" She's like, Strictly is obviously written for you. I was like, yeah, I'd love to. Strictly, that'd be amazing. Like, I'd love to go back into doing some dance properly. I haven't done it in a while, but like, then I was like, I'd love to host Love Island. I see my jammer. I'd love to do that.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, there's little things. There's just little things there that I'd like to do, but it's not like I'm not hell bent on it. I'm not fussed if it doesn't happen because things are just. I'm very grateful and privileged. Like World Cup's coming up. I'm already kind of set for the World Cup already. Like I've got my kind of deals done. So it's just like I'm good. Like I just keep chugging along.
I think being content is people don't rate it enough, you know, because sometimes you're facing this and you think, so hang on, I'm happy. Like life is good. You know, like you said, people around me are healthy. I'm healthy. I'm earning whatever it might be, and I'm happy with life. I don't need to chase more. And there's nothing wrong with being content. Like you're doing what you love.
Facts.
And then see how the punches roll and go with them, isn't it?
That's it. I think recently I've been on like not a philosophical route, but I've been looking at all those like those mantras and catchphrases and everything that you grow up on, like never give up, that one. Being content is not good. Don't burn the count. No, not that one. Jack of all trades, master of none. I'm like, I always say, well, why can't you be a master of all? And they're like, and everyone goes, well, obviously no, because you have to put attention. I'm like, yeah, you have to put attention and water all those seeds. But I'm like, everything I go into, I put 100% in. So why can't I do that for everything and be a master of them all? And they're like, that doesn't work. But in everything I've done, I feel like I've put all into it and I've got everything back. So I don't know, I'm trying to debunk a lot of the old phrases and stuff, especially when I do a lot of talks and I speak to a lot of people. I feel like those things people really hold on to and they try and base their life around. But sometimes it's not always good because, like I said, never give up. And I gave up trying to be a professional footballer, and it opened up about 1 million different doors for me. So yeah, certain things we're trying to work through.
Let me just flip that for 1 second, yeah. Just about the 5-10 year plan. Okay, you're where you're at, but do you see like the fan channels and social media and the mainstream media where they were almost apart? Now they're starting to come together more. I see James has come on Talk Sport. Obviously, you see Flex and people that are popping up on
Abby. They got the shows and stuff. Yeah, they got their own shows.
So do you think that's just going to grow more and more, or do you think that 100% that's going to go?
100%. The TV's dying. The mainstream media are very, very scared. Being on the inside, I very much know this by like so much. I'm stuttering because this week, there's some big people in the media space on big platforms that are now asking for my or Robbie's help, and we want to come together and do this, and not even just that, like Fanalytics. That's a show now on Sky Sports, which is fans, regular fans. The Overlap, same thing, regular. Like you don't. It's very obvious that it's going that way anyway, but I'm letting you know right now that it's very much like we have a lot of power, which is how it should be. Fans, for everyday fans should be able to have an opinion, have their voice heard. Like that is what Robbie's mantra is when he started AFTV, and he was right to do it. Even though all those big media companies tried to take him down and really tried to crush him and make him give up, he didn't. And that's a good sign of maybe not giving up because. Well, he wasn't even giving up. They tried to bully him out of it. They tried to bully him out of the industry, and he stuck around and he said, "I'll never ever be bullied, and this is what I've come here to do, and it's my legacy." And he's right to do it, and I believe in that as well. I think people should be able to, especially talk on their clubs. And I've met fans that know more about the clubs than even the players that have been there. Or like I used to be a player and do the analyst for 4 games. I sat in with James when I joined AFTV, and he was breaking down things at Arsenal. I was like, bro, what the hell? How do you see all these things? I'm like, I used to have to sit in media rooms and do breakdowns. I never understood it, but you are another level to this. So I'm just like, people need to give respect to what fans are doing. So yeah, definitely you're gonna see it's happening anyway. It's right.
Good unity between the channels as well, because I know because Robbie's been on like you guys have been on Redman.
Redman, yeah.
Redman TV. Yeah, good friends of ours. Yeah, Cop TV as well, Liverpool channels. Yeah, like we do like to like multi-cross or multi. I don't know what the word is. Like the multiverse of football content channels. We like to get involved in them. Of course we do. Redman TV, Cop TV. I like to jump on other fan channels as well. When it comes to like the talk sports and stuff, like I don't know, there's always a bit of like shall we do it? Like Robbie always says, if you want to do it, like I won't hold you back. But I don't really go on talk sport that much. There is a few snippets of me on there. Same with Sky. Sky always like to use me. But yeah, sometimes they want to just use and abuse you because they know like because it's a big platform, they think you'll do it for free. I used to do it for free quite a lot, but now I'm just like, you guys are now needing us more than we're really needing the exposure from you. So yeah, it's there's a lot of crossover there. I think it's right to do like Robbie made DR Sports because it made sense. Just bring all yeah, and big up the Big Six, like Turkish does it. Like there's a lot of people that and Filthy Fellas, like it's content I watch. So that's the way it's going, is how it should be. And yeah, man, let the fans have their voice and have the banter. It's nice to see.
It's good, man. It's good.
So a couple of quick fire questions, like sort of linking with our channel as well. What made you a Gooner? Like what got you started supporting Arsenal?
So when I was young playing football, I had a bar lead. I had a bit of a shaved head, 0.5. I had very long legs, long socks. I didn't like the cold, so I used to actually wear long johns underneath my shorts. But there's an image that I hope would never get out. But anyway, I used to wear long socks because I didn't like the cold. And then and I used to wear the gloves. So when I was playing, this was like back in Surrey days on my Sunday league team, people were just like, he's like a young Thierry Henry. He's like a young Thierry Henry. Obviously not that level, but I was a striker. I need to make it very clear. People, I am not saying I was Thierry Henry.
Don't worry, we won't keep you up or anything.
No, but people will just watch this and they're like, who is he thinking? I've had it so much. When I was on AFTV, people were just killing me. But so when they said I was like a young Thierry Henry, so I obviously those days like YouTube, watching football players do tricks and go and recreate them and stuff. So I used to watch Thierry Henry and be like, oh my God, I love this player. Kind of reminds me of me, striker, scores goals, very confident he plays. And I found out, he played for Arsenal, and then just fell in love with Arsenal. Even though I have family members that supported Arsenal as well, but like that was my strongest memory of me being like, okay, I want to be like this player. And then I fell in love with Arsenal through that. For obviously Arsene Wenger managed them, and I was like, wow, he must own Arsenal. Arsenal.
His name.
Like I thought it was just all made sense. And then that's kind of how I fell in love with Arsenal, and ever since just been a fan.
How do you think we're gonna do this season, man?
We're in the league, bro. It's tough. City are coming. I'm not gonna lie that I am aware of them, but
no
I have
being bridesmaid.
Oh,
nah, I can't be. Don't do it. Look at you. And you Liverpool fans. I know. They made that banner as well, the stadium.
I know. That's in my head, man.
Yeah,
you know that banner, right?
Yeah.
She's not as innocent as she looks. I'm telling you, man.
I am.
It's hard to live with
that sweet smile, but I know that deep down when she's the little.
My brother's a Liverpool fan, yeah. My brother's 56. So and you can have a football conversation with him, and you know what I mean. I can say to him like whatever and where they've gone.
Yeah.
This one, you can't even say, oh, you know what, your lot's kit looks a little bit darker red than. No, it doesn't. What about your kit? And she just put it. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm just, so
argumentative. I like it. It's passionate though. It's passionate.
I'm passionate.
It's hard as well because like my uncle's a Liverpool fan as well. He's a big Liverpool fan. He's like my older uncle, and also like I have a bit of a soft spot. Obviously, when I went to the PFA Awards and all the Liverpool players come over to me, like Salah, Alexis McAllister, Virgil, like all of that, and they were so nice to me. Like I was like, so like it was tough. I was like, I hate you lot, but I love you lot as well. You're too nice.
So out of those players, like out of our team, who would you take like into the Arsenal team, the current teams?
One player.
Yeah, one player.
Great question.
I mean, I know you'd want the whole team in there, but
I mean, right now I wouldn't. Maybe last season, maybe. Like Virgil alongside Saliba would be amazing, but I think Gabriel's a better defender now. I think he's my favourite, so I can't do that. Salah, I wouldn't replace Saka, but I love Salah. Like to see how nice he was to me.
Would you whack Saka on the left then, and then put Salah on the right?
I'm considering that, or even Ekatike because I like Ekatike and I like Isak, but obviously they just haven't been good. But like, Yeah, I need someone up front. I'll be honest. Listen, big up your careers. He will click. He's doing okay, but I need a front man. So for me, and I always wanted Isak before your careers, regardless of him being a Ballon d'Or winner of the best striker. It'll either be Isak or Ekitike. I like them both. Isak's
Yeah.
obviously not as been as good as Ekitike, but Isak for me is just that reincarnation, not to level Thierry, but that is like the profile of player that
He'll
fits
come
so
good.
well in Arsenal.
He's like, no doubt.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
Victor will come good for us. I think that I watched the Burnley game, and that's the best I've seen him play. He's hold up, where he was spreading the ball around, everything. So I just think we just got to take each game as it comes. Literally,
definitely.
and not look too far ahead, and then we see where we go from there. Do you know what I mean? I think I don't want to get looking too far because look, Gabriel's injured from last night.
Exactly.
Jeez, man.
Exactly. That's gonna be stress.
What's your favorite cuisine and restaurant as well?
Yeah, what have you not got restaurants? What, you can't invite me to a little? I mean, what have you got restaurants or do you do?
And see what do you like to eat? What's your favorite cuisine?
It's interesting. Like obviously Jamaican heritage, Jamaican background. I love Jamaican food. Like I love just jerk chicken and white rice. Like like say rice and peas, but I love just I honestly, my mum makes.
Have you been to Maureen's Kitchen in Brixton?
No, but someone actually mentioned that to me as well.
It's incredible.
They did mention that to me recently.
It is incredible.
She's so lovely as well, man.
She's so
Is it?
Yeah, they're cooking like they're just in the gardens. It's her flat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a council estate flat, and literally there's queues coming out there, and she they even make food for kids during the week that can't get food and stuff.
She'll give I think hours.
Yeah,
she donates food. Food's nice, man.
Unreal. Yeah, I need to go check that out. Yeah, I think my favorite cuisine is, but my mum, because my mum used to be a chef, so her Jamaican food is top tier. Like she just actually done a load of batch cooking for me. But she that's my favorite cuisine. However, like restaurant wise, I really struggle with this. I don't really got a favorite restaurant. Like Gilgamesh at the moment is my favorite kind of place. It's Pan Asian. It's they got the level of food is so obviously the people will know the Camden one, but it got rebranded and re-renovated.
Yeah,
and now it's Garden. And it's and I'm really close to the owner. The owner's a big Arsenal fan. He's got a box at Arsenal. I held my 30th party there. And
is that what your birthday was?
Yeah, it was at Gilgamesh. I got a good relationship with the whole team. So every time I'm in London, I try and stop there and have a nice meal. And it's kind of like a little secret. Just it's nice and it's dark, it's hidden away, and it's quite exclusive. So I like Gilgamesh guy in there. It's a nice treat for me. But yes, that's probably restaurant. But cuisine, Jamaican food, yard food. But I do like I'm like her. My mom always says like I must have been with an Asian man because I love I just love if it's Singapore noodles or if it's Thai food, if it's like Asian
Thai food,
rice, like egg fried rice. Like that's my mix. It's like Thai food, Chinese, and then Jamaican food. So that's kind of my blend. Don't get me wrong, I eat everything. I love curries. I'll eat everything. Curries.
But Thai food as well. Though. It's so clean, isn't it? It's so clean and it just hits the spot, man.
Exactly.
Where's your favorite travel destination, or where would you like to go that you haven't been?
Yeah, let's do that because I always get in trouble with this one because I have so many. I can't name any of the African countries because the other ones get annoyed if I say one. And then I had the best experience of my life. One of my best jobs. Well, it was the best job I've ever been to, which was the Qatar World Cup. I didn't go to Qatar. It was when I was working with CONCACAF. We got to fly to every host nation country and do TikTok. So every 3 days I was on a plane. I went Costa Rica, Mexico, New York, Canada.
Wow.
And I was in Argentina, Buenos Aires when they won the World Cup, and it was the best. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. Like you spoke about the Champions League parade. Like I saw that times like a million, like 2 million people on the street, people climbing every surface, people like there was so much love. Like it's the best thing I've ever seen, ever experienced. I pray that happens to either Arsenal, even I'd love to see big dream Arsenal win the league, England win the World Cup this year, and then Jamaica qualify. Like I swear the parties would go on for forever and ever and ever. So but that time in Argentina was amazing. I always say that's my favorite place but that's because of the experience and that I hold close to it. But I don't know. I went to Jamaica for the first time not too long ago with work, and it just felt like home.
Where in Jamaica, man?
I went to Kingston, Jamaica, which was amazing. But the one place I really want to go is Japan. I want to go to Tokyo.
So do we.
So yeah, somewhere it's on our list. It's on our list. It's on all of our lists, I'm sure. So,
yeah, good things about Japan: the food, the people, just everything, and the two sides of it as well. Because obviously you've got all the sort of technology and all of that, but then you've got all the cherry blossom stuff, and I've got Japanese tattoos and stuff. So yeah, that culture is crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I'd love to go there. I'd love
Because
to
you
go
had
there.
the Japan AFTV for a bit as well, didn't you? Like for a little
Yeah,
while.
well, you lot have got, you lot have done the research. Love that. Yeah, we had a company that translated everything into Japanese. So like, we actually have quite a nice. It's not a massive channel views wise, but actually we've got quite a bit of following over there, which is it's meant. I mean, we went to Hong Kong and it was crazy. So like, and Singapore actually. So we know
Singapore's nice, isn't
the
it?
world. Yeah, Singapore's somewhere I actually want to move and live. I'll be honest. It's very expensive. It's a high standard of living, but I really liked Singapore. Really did. I met some very influential and high wealthy people over there. I was like, oh, they're like, oh, you should live here, you should move here. They're like, yeah, but I pay like 15 grand a month. He says for his apartment. I'm like, yeah, I ain't got that sort of money, but I hear you. But yeah, no, it's definitely lovely over in Singapore. Really nice. Really nice.
Singapore chili crab. Lovely, man.
It's classic. That's traditional. Like that.
I guess, like, finally, like, what sort of legacy do you want to leave, and what's the message that you want to give to young people, old people as well, like us, like what is it you want to leave behind, and so people remember you with?
Yeah, I love this question because, like, I mean, I'm blessed to have a job that obviously I'm speaking to fans and whatnot and following the club I love, but also the talent transfer was kind of like a job where I was doing it for free to begin with. Like it wasn't for money. It was to help players and make sure they don't go through what I went through as a footballer. So I was there to just help the next generation of footballer. And then it became very popular, highly commissioned, recommissioned every year for 9 years now. So like that was my legacy, was just like helping the next generation of footballer. But then that's why I feel very lucky that, because most people I think get to a certain level of wealth or success and then want to do the give back. So even, okay, this is a bit of a flex, but even speaking to Will Smith, he was like, look, I've got more money than I can ever spend. So now it's about giving it back. I don't have the wealth to do that, but I give back in doing the messages from the experiences I've lived.
Yeah.
And you might have seen my post on social media for my 30th birthday. Like I've sponsored a scholarship kid because I got given a scholarship that changed my life to perform in art. So then I paid for the next scholarship kid, and I'm going to go back and help. Yeah, I'm going to go back and help donate to, like, because I think a lot of students there, they struggle to pay for food and stuff. So put some money down for that. So my legacy, that is a tough one. I don't really know, because I just want people to know me as a good person, I guess, and just try and, right now, I don't want my legacy when I pass, but I just want people to try and put a smile on people's face and pass that on. I think it's more powerful than people think. Smiling is just something that's so small, but it can literally, like I said, it can affect someone's day, no matter what they're going through, how tough it is. Because everyone, like I said, everyone's fighting a battle. Just try and affect someone's life positively, because it passes on. I've seen it so much. Like, I think I saw someone paid for someone's petrol or something on a day, and the guy was like, "You don't have to do this. Thank you so much." And the person in front said, "Just pass on, the good sign of goodwill." Yeah, like sign of goodwill. Like, I think that's really, there's not enough of that, which is fine. Things are tough. Life is tough, but like those little things, like helping people out the car, helping an old lady cross the road, all those things. We see and people talk about it, but continue to do those things. Like, just be good. Just try it. Being a good person, which, I don't know. I always say being a good person shouldn't be so hard, but I think people make it. Sometimes you see people like, why? There's not many good people in the world, but it shouldn't be a hard thing. Just try and do good where you can. Doesn't have to be my legacy. I just think that's how the people should live life.
Nah, but I think you're doing a lot of good, mate. Honestly, like I said, just little things like just giving us the time. Just randomly a couple of bots that have just contacted you over Instagram and
you guys are good people, man.
No. So I think what you're doing is amazing, man. So just keep doing what you're doing, mate.
Amazing, like such a good person to interview.
Yeah, I think youngsters love that, because they got the connection, and like I said, your journey was important. We wanted to make it. We wanted it to be serious, because obviously your journey is serious, right? And it's your journey, but also then bringing a little bit of fun and stuff like that. But I think if you're a young kid and if you watch it, you'll be like, wow, he's had to go through all of this and he's made it to where he is now. And that's what it's about, right?
100%. Like, it's just, like even me, I get taken back by some of the things I get to do. So 100%, I think anything is possible. But it's a long journey. You got to work hard, but definitely, like I always spoke about, like, this year's been mad for me. Wembley, like Sidemen charity match, I was on the pitch presenting, mental. So like that. It's just been a mad year. So yeah, very, very, very grateful and a privilege to be on your channel as well, especially as you know, it's your idea, and I'm one of the first to be on it as well.
Bless you, man. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Quick one before. Sorry, I know to take it out. So, Robbie, back in the day, there was a there was a music CD called Dancehall Styly. I was about 12 years old, yeah, and
Right, yeah.
on there was a Proud to Be Black, his tune, right?
Yeah,
At this point, I didn't know that was him at the time. And a music class, they said, bring in a song that inspires you. I'm first year of high school. This is 92. I thought, what can I take in that's going to put in a message? So, yeah, The Don was playing in my music class in 1990.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And obviously, I'm not black, right? So,
yeah.
they're like, I'm thinking, how can I connect this? I thought, yeah, but I'm Indian, and it's just a lot of inspirational things that the music teacher loved it, man.
Yeah, that's
I
incredible.
found out all these years later that it was him.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Honestly, like I have stories I've achieved, which I'd say quite a fair bit. But he, bro, he's a music artist, and he's #1 in the UK reggae charts, and now owns one of the biggest channels in the world. Like Robbie's like, that's why I work so hard as well. He's an inspiration. Like the things he's done. Like again, the politicians, like he works, he speaks, he's interviewed obviously Keir Starmer, but on top of that, he's gone to like every top university, Eton, Cambridge, Oxford, Union, Westminster. Like he's spoken everywhere. So like, yeah, man, there's still a lot to do. We're on the right path, but yeah, man, Robbie's had a fruitful career as well. So yeah, it's good.
Keep doing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, man. I hope you guys do even more, man.
I hope for more to come as well.
Thank you, Cecil, man. Really, really appreciate it, man. Say sorry to your partner. We've taken up so much of your time as well.
No, all good. We've eaten and now we're finishing just in time for I'm a Celeb. So don't worry, it was perfect timing for me. It's all good.
Cool, man. Thank you so much, Cecil.
Love. Take
care, man. See you later, mate. Bye.
If you're loving the vibe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next drop. Big guests, big stories. We're only just getting started. If you're loving the vibe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next drop. Big guests, big stories. We're only just getting started.